of our family podcast, Big Sam and Nephews. I am Big Sam, and this is a sports podcast. We talk about sports, but we do delve into other things at from time to time. But basically, it is a sports podcast. And then actually, we have one other guest with us on our panel. Nathan Marlow's on with us today too.
What's up, Nate?
What's going on, guys? I've got something going on with the phone, probably because I hear you guys, but very, very faintly.
Uh-oh.
So let me try something with the earbud. I've got the phone turned all the way up. So, and man, Javier, I'm still thinking about how you jumped 25-3 in high school, man. That's man. Yeah. That means you're one of the baddest mofos in the country.
I was trying to be. I was not. I didn't win state.
Well, I know, times and distances improve, but 25, I mean, the big shots, the guys going to the Olympics do 26. Everybody doesn't jump at 27.
Yeah.
So if you can jump a 25 something as a 17-year-old, maybe 18 tops.
I was 16.
16. That was your early June. That was probably your sophomore year.
That was my sophomore year. Yep.
Did you stop jumping?
Yep. I thought I was going to be better at basketball, which I definitely I was. I was blessed to be good and have support to, to be pushed to be better. And I was just playing, right? But yeah, I was probably better at track and field than I was at anything. Like if I would have,
man, that ain't no joke.
If I would have took it back, no, I was on the meet. That was on the meet. They actually called me for my last jump because I thought I won. I think I jumped at 24 and some change. And I was like, oh man, that was like my second jump. I was like, man, I'm good. They was like, yeah, come back. And I lost that meet, but yeah.
May I?
Wait a minute. You jumped to 25-3 and lost?
Yeah, there was a dude that he barely beat me by. He jumped the same. He was a senior in high school. And he actually got recruited to go to LSU. So he went to LSU the next year. So.
Oh, that's one of the premier track programs in the country.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
So that's what happens when you jump 25 feet in high school. You go to LSU for track. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I want to finish up. I want to say, first of all, I want to say hello to Tom Van Leer. Brother Tom, he is listening to us today. This telecast is a live telecast podcast, of course. Each and every week we do it. Please join and subscribe if you're able to. Join and subscribe to Big Sam and Nephews. We're on every week. Every Sunday we come on approximately around 4 o'clock West Coast time. And then I also want to thank my sponsors. I want to thank Big Sam and Nephews is sponsored by My Guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue here in wonderful Fresno, California, where I live. And they have the makers of the yummy Checkmate Texas Steakhouse, the yummy Texas short rib sandwich. That's their specialty. They make other sandwiches too, but and then the owner of the My Guy Market is Brother Floyd Sanchez. I want to thank him always for being my sponsor, and my other sponsor is Big Sam and Nephews, also sponsored by Fresno Social Sports, where adults come to play and connect and have fun. They are building the community one game at a time. They have a lot of various different games, events, paddleball, kickball is going on right now. I know they have a bowling league going on. They just do a lot of stuff for grown people to get involved in, And the owner of that is my man, Eric DeYoung, my other sponsor. They're considered my buddies now. We're friends now. Eric's a good friend of mine. Floyd's a good friend of mine now, too. So that happens. You get sponsors, they become good friends to you, right? But please join this podcast. I was telling Nathan earlier, there's several coaches, man, got to go. I want to start with college football.
Yes, sir.
Let's follow this out. I watch sports all the time. Texas is out of the top 10, top poll, period. They're out of the poll.
They're out of the poll. Yep.
Penn State went to LA and Pasadena yesterday.
Stunk it
got
up.
Waxed.
Stunk it up.
Waxed. by UCLA.
Yeah, they're
Do you
pretenders.
think they should get rid of Sark?
No, at
Texas.
Mm,
They're ranting and raving. Texas has got too much doggone talent, and they're not even in the top. They were ranked number 1, number 2 at one time.
you know
Not
what?
anymore.
I'm gonna say. You know what? Remember that? Who was the black coach that they had? Remember they had that black coach?
Charlie Strong. Charlie Strong was the coach.
They got rid of him, right? Like really, really
Right.
quick because they had a bunch of talent, and they underperformed, right?
Right.
Quote unquote on paper, right? You still got to go play the games. My thing is, I don't know if they're putting a lot of pressure on these kids, which they are.
Of course they are.
But we're critical of these kids. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that we're critical of them, and it's just a game. But at the same time, they're getting paid millions of dollars. So guess what, suckers? You better fucking perform. Oh, you better perform. You better go make that money, because this is what you signed up for when you're on the NIL deal. Arch Manning, you get paid $5 million. You better go get your money's worth.
Well,
$5 million per season or what?
I don't know what it is.
The season.
What is?
Yeah.
For the season, Nathan. For the season. Arch Manning, totally overrated quarterback. I don't care anybody. Not even in the Heisman watch anymore. He's watchless now. But that's my point. Should they get rid of Texas? Get rid of Sarkisian, and should Penn State get rid of Franklin, the coach at Penn State?
I like Franklin. It's just in big games he really, really fails. I don't know what it is with the team. They just choke artist. He's choking. You know they did that. He's choking on Eminem. But anywho, yeah, man, they choke, man. They choke big time. You can't choke.
It kind of depends on how much pressure the athletic director is under, which will determine whether or not the coach gets the axe, because the AD is going to figure, well, better him than me, right? But I think that, programs, there's an ebb and flow to every college program, because these are very young guys. They might make 5 million or however many hundreds of thousands or millions again, but they're young, and they're growing and maturing and all that kind of thing, right? Also getting used to the college game, especially during the freshman and sophomore seasons. And sometimes, if you give it a little time, because look, you paid this guy a bunch of money. The coach is making some serious money too. So, you get rid of him, you still have to pay him. Then you bring in somebody else for some serious money. I wouldn't be so quick on the trigger. Pete Carroll, we know, for instance, let's jump to the pros.
I say pull the trigger. I don't know why. Because at UCLA, they got rid of their coach, and an interim coach took over, and they beat Penn State. They should hire that young man.
Yeah, that's true.
So after 1 week, you ready to put this guy in the Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't go that far and say that. I'd say this new job.
But you ready to give him a contract?
Well, no, the interim coach, they took over for the old coach at UCLA.
Yep.
They beat Penn State. He got that team fired up and going in there. Let's give him a 2-year contract and see what he can do.
That's several more million.
It's just money.
UCLA still got to pay the old coach.
Yeah, you still got to pay the old guy. It's just money that you already have laying around. Don't worry about it. It's just a couple million. You're good.
You're probably right. It's laying around.
And then the other thing is, if you go, one more coach too. Dabo Sweeney and Kick Clemson. Get out, dude. You're behind the times, man. You don't want to recruit anybody that's been, what do they call it? Transfer.
NIL.
Yeah.
NIL.
Transfer.
Yeah.
The transfers. He don't want to touch them. Well, you should probably start doing it, dude.
Well, the thing is that, that was some of the reason why I think that Saban got out the way, because the times was changing and you got too many kids. But he could get Saban. Dabo is not a bad coach, but like you said, all the coaches. You got Krzyzewski, all these coaches. You can't coach these kids like, they don't allow you to coach them like they used to be coached before. And now you're paying the people to be X, Y, and Z. So
is Saban still in Alabama?
No. He's gone. That coach.
He has an office there.
He what?
Saban owns a Mercedes-Benz dealership in Alabama, in Tuscaloosa.
I mean,
and Saban's got an office there on campus.
Yeah, but you know where he lives? He lives up in Lake Lanier. He lives up in Georgia.
Well,
that's where he lives.
Oh, okay. Shoot, man, if I was in Alabama, I'd have me a truck dealership.
I think a lot of the man, it's a lot of teams that's out that you could say these coaches need to be out. I mean, I think Franklin is on the hot seat anyway. They could do good, but you don't show up in the playoff, right? So that's a bad.
And now you got to play Ohio State too.
Yeah, that's a beatdown. That's a beatdown. If you beat Ohio State, you have a reprieve.
But you're not going to beat Ohio State.
No, Ohio State.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I saw yesterday. The problem with Penn State, they don't have a mobile quarterback.
No.
Period.
Nope.
That quarterback is like slower than molasses, and molasses is pretty slow, right? This guy is slower than molasses.
Yeah. What do you?
And you got it. I'm gonna come out here and say this, America. If you do not have a mobile black quarterback, forget about it.
He could be white.
Of course he can.
He could be white too, but mostly
he could also be Tom Brady, right?
But I'm just saying,
he just needs to move enough.
If you don't have, I'm putting it out there again. If you don't go, you look at some of these black quarterbacks doing really well. Oregon's got a black quarterback, top 10, top 5, top 3 rated.
Yep.
Michigan's got a black quarterback, young guy, top 10. I'm just saying, you gotta have.
I think because they run the way they run these offenses is with the RPOs. If you're not going to run the RPO, which 85% of everybody, all college guys run the RPOs, right? Oh, let's fake it and then maybe run and then dude, if you're not going to run that and your quarterback can't run and he can't get to the edge because all these guys can get to the edge very, very quick because these guys are NFL players that are ready to go to the league, and when they can run, when your fat boys can run 4.6s, hey man, you in trouble. You in trouble.
Yeah.
And if you can't get to that edge, man, it's not gonna. And they're putting these. I think they're putting the kids in a bad situation where they're not in the right system. Hey, let's run this play so we can throw them off guard. Like, dude, your RPO is not gonna work. The kid can't run. Now, what you need to do is teach them how to manipulate the pocket. That's what they need to be learning.
Right.
Guess who can manipulate the pocket really, really well? Tom Brady. Guess who can manipulate the pocket really, really well? Drew Brees. And he did it all through college. Like, these are the guys that you need to be watching. Yeah, these are the guys that you need to be watching. Kyler Murray. He can run, but Kyler Murray can manipulate the pocket. When you start by pocket manipulation, it's like, dude, how do I get it? If I can run, then I can run. But,
what you're doing by manipulating or actually, you're extending the play. You're buying time.
Right. And
making it impossible on the DBs because nobody can hold anybody for 5, 6, 7 seconds. You can't, And so, yeah, that to me is at least just as valuable. In some cases, maybe more valuable because you can factor that in. Right, it's considered offense and defense are considered equal, even though the defense doesn't know what's coming, what play, what pass routes, is it a run, what side, what hole kind of thing, right? They don't know that, but it's equal because on paper, historically, the offense has 10 guys and the defense has 11 because you don't count the quarterback because he's handing it off or throwing it. Right. But if a quarterback can run, this is where it probably at least comes close to equalizing the offensive and defense is because if you got a Michael Vick or the guy in Arizona, Murray, you almost have to factor him in, and leave a guy back there to keep an eye on the quarterback because he'll do you.
Yeah, because then you have you're perfectly correct because you're running a 10 on 11 on defense basically, and now when you have a mobile quarterback, now you're putting on everybody's in a one-on-one situation. Now you're on 11. I mean, it's 11 on 11, but now you're really on 11 on 11, where it's like, hey, that middle linebacker, he has to either make a choice. Either do I pop in or do I pop back? And where do I go? How do I see him? Do I pop the receiver? Do I pop the quarterback? So, and I'm not even the middle linebacker, but I play enough Madden, I know what it is. I'm an armchair quarterback, America. I suck.
Hey, those are the best kind sometimes. Yeah.
And also, I'm going to go to the NFL too.
Oh, snap. Let's do it.
And Miami coach, McMichaels, whatever his last name is, got to go, dude. Yeah. Miami only won one game. Yeah, they lost today to Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers aren't bad though. They're not bad.
Oh no, they're not bad. They're not bad. But you lose to them, Miami, and they're not, and it probably looks like they're not gonna do any better.
Nope.
The
problem is they don't have a running game. The problem is that they don't have a running game. Their running game is trash. Their running game, Miami only rushed for, let me see, rush yards. They only had 1 yard per rush, 1.5 yards per rush. And they only ran the ball 14 times today. And they only had 19 yards rushing yards. 9 rushing yards. Guess who had a bunch of yards running? Carolina, 239.
Yep.
They ran the ball.
I wonder what the time of possession was.
31 minutes.
Probably a lot to a little bit.
31 minutes to 28 minutes.
Right. Wow, I thought it would be that's you even, still lost.
Yeah, but
possession. It's pretty even, but I thought it would be more than that because if you're rushing for 239 yards versus the other guys that are rushing for 19, I'd be surprised if they made 8 first down in the game.
Yeah, they had 15 first downs throughout the whole game.
Miami.
Yeah, Carolina had 26. They almost doubled them. So they held onto the ball, I think, efficiently enough they were holding the ball. So it's one of those things where it's like, how do you get this?
You get whipped on.
And again, I'll say it again, Nathan. You got to get rid of that coach. You got to get rid of the Browns coach. They lost today over England. They got to get Stefanski. Got to get rid of him, dude.
Sam,
I'm sorry.
You can't fire half the league can't fire coaches because you lost one game, or because you got off to a 1-4 start.
He sucks, though. He sucks. Stefanski sucks. And
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Who's he the coach of?
The Browns.
The Cleveland Browns.
Hey, what did Cleveland do last year?
Trash.
He was the coach of the year before.
Okay.
But getting the coach of the year is like crap anyway. Especially
what that means is you won when you finished better than you were supposed to.
Yeah, I think they were 9-7. I think they were 9-7 the year before that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they always have a top 5 defense. Always have a top 5 defense. So, I mean, I don't know why he's still there. I mean, you got Dylan, you got Gabriel playing quarterback.
Dylan Gabriel, right?
So he's decent. He's decent.
Is Shedeur still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
I think Gabriel, he's put enough numbers where it's like, hey, look, I'm leading you on drives. I got 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So what do you, as a rookie, that's what you're giving me, They ran the ball for 140 yards today, so they played decently.
I got to tell you this, too. One more coach should be gone. That Brian Gable with the New York Giants, not the Jets, the Giants. He's got to go, too.
Dable? Oh.
Gable. Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's horse crap, man.
they're gonna say, "Oh, well, we're hurt all season, and we lost Malik Neighbors, and we lost da 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 da." Man, hey man, is your boy Daniel Jones goes crazy again today.
Who was he?
That was the
For the Colts.
He plays for the Colts. That was the starting quarterback.
They dusted off the Las Vegas Raiders, man.
Yeah.
Oh, one more coach I think you get rid of too.
I knew you were going to say this.
Pete Carroll got to
Sam,
go.
you don't get rid of Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll got to go.
Oh, come on. He's one of the greatest coaches ever, college and pros.
Let him go ahead and retire and go in the Hall of Fame. How about that?
No, man, Gino's playing terrible right now.
You know, especially Gino.
Yeah, I don't know what Gino looks like a rookie out there, man. He's throwing multiple interceptions 3 weeks in a row, and that's the reason why they're really losing. It's not because of Carroll. He's throwing interceptions. If you turn the ball over consistently, you're not going to win.
Yep.
And then Gino's got to go.
I mean, Gino. That's
well,
what
you still have to field a team, Sam, and each team has to have a head coach and an offensive and defensive coordinator and position coaches. You know, you just can't. Let's fire everybody.
Yes, you can.
You know? I mean,
you could be Donald Trump.
Well, I guess you could maybe become president or something, you know. But outside of President Day, Washington, D.C., it just doesn't work that way. You know, they brought in Pete Carroll. Was this his first year or second year?
First year.
Yeah.
So it's first year. So you want to fire him after 5 games, want him to go retire after 5 games. You know, a great coach has multiple NFL titles, multiple college titles.
I'm going to look at this right now and tell you, Nathan, the record for Las Vegas Raiders is 1-4.
1-4. All right.
They don't have
any
the
record
receivers.
For Pete Carroll. The record for Pete Carroll is what? How many Super Bowls? How many
he's won
NCAA titles?
He's won one.
How many? 2?
Yeah, he won one and lost one.
Yeah. Remember,
it should have been 2-0.
Yeah, it should have been 2-0. You know, but him and Marshawn Lynch just was feuding. So I don't know what's up with that. You know, that should have been a Brady loss instead of a Brady win. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I like Tom Brady. California kid. We could have had him on the 49ers. We could have won 7 Super Bowls.
He wanted to come to San Francisco for it last year.
And he was the biggest 49ers fan growing up.
Yep.
Like, we could have had Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Nobody knew who Tom Brady was going to be. But I'm just saying. You could have had Aaron Rodgers.
It.
You missed.
The whole league missed on Brady because he went in the 6th round. You know, that means 150, 30 teams times 5 is 150. Middle of the 6th round, you know, 160 teams passed on him in essence.
Well, you know, one thing too, people say. Go ahead.
I saw Rodgers playing USC back during his, I think it was Rodgers' senior year when SC was monstrous. I mean, boy, you know, they were tremendous, and Rodgers single-handedly had them beat late in the game, and then SC pulled out some magic, something, you know, I forgot the play, but I watched the game. That's the only game I ever saw.
Pete Carroll magic. Pete Carroll magic.
Yeah, Pete Carroll magic, Sam. And so, you know, I said, man, who is this guy? This guy, one guy beats the Trojans by himself, in essence, right? I said, look, the Niners had the first pick. I said, that's your guy. Draft day comes. You read the chatter ahead of time. You know, they stick a microphone in Rodgers' face, and you know, do you want to go? He said, yeah, that's my team. That was my team since childhood, and yeah, I want to go there. It'd be a perfect fit. And they ended up not taking him. Rodgers lasted until the middle or toward the end of the 1st round. You know, they put out rumors about drug use or something. You know, all that kind of stuff.
He's probably a little wake and bake. He's probably a little wake and bake. It's okay. He's California.
What's that?
I say he probably wakes and bakes. You know, it's California. What do you think?
Wakes and bakes, wine and cheese, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, right. You know, but You know, that's all fine. But if he can play football, if he can throw that ball the way that he ended up doing for 20 years, you take that guy. I don't care if he goes and sits in the sun. You know. So they passed on him and took Smith out of Utah, I think. And I
Yeah.
thought, man, Smith, well, this dude, a quarterback that goes before this guy, man, this guy, he must be tremendous. And I had never seen him play. And I mean, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't Aaron Rodgers. We know that
No,
now, but
no.
it seemed to have been obvious. But again, I didn't see Smith play. But I think that many people's, including me, but many people's initial instinct was correct that this dude, he's a game changer.
Yeah. I mean, Smith can
We
run.
blew it.
Aaron can run. Yeah, definitely blew it. Definitely
Hmm.
blew it. Which was one of those things. Hey, I got something, Uncle, that you would laugh at right now.
Make me laugh.
Make you laugh. Hold on, I just saw it. Okay, speaking of Texas, an ousted quarterback from Tennessee, Nico Lamavea, right? That's the
Right.
quarterback that went to UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah, they want him to transfer to Texas.
Imagine that.
I'm like, what?
What, next year or
Yeah, next year.
you can't? Right.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
Texas has the money to pay him.
Yeah. But is he
Texas
that
has
good?
the
He's
money
not
to
that
pay
good.
him.
Well, I guess he is that good. I mean,
He is good. We saw how good he
Yeah.
was yesterday.
yeah. I think that was his
You
time
know.
to show Josh Heupel, hey, man, you should have paid me this money. But Josh Heupel
Right.
is like, whatever, dude. Like, we have a program to run, and I'm not being held hostage by you. I mean, Texas is not held hostage by Arch Manning either. So,
No.
I think with Arch Manning, I think he's coachable. I don't think the Nico Lamavea is coachable because you want to buck the system. You see what I'm saying? Like you causing a ruckus for no reason because you wanted this or you wanted that. And at least I know that Arch is still learning. He's still going to be a gamer. He at least hey, look, he's still going to learn. Lamavea, you put him in that same situation, he's going to do the same thing, lose. You're not going to win because Texas, they're not coached well. Just saying.
Which leads me to go back to Sarkisian.
Correct. Point well taken.
I'm making these points. I'm just making these points. I have some facts behind the points. I'm not making these points willy-nilly or anything like that, Nathan, at all.
Darn.
But you make it may seem like I am, but I'm not. I'm just posing
Okay.
these
Spit 'em out.
thoughts.
Spit 'em out.
And I just think that Sarkisian, not the right fit. Texas is not the right fit for him. Never was. He went for the money.
Yeah. Texas is hard
What is
nosed football.
Yeah.
And so
What is he?
and-
Is he
and I
kind of
think
running gun dude or what?
a little bit of that, but I think the other problem is that Sarkisian was at SC. Sarkisian was the quarterback's coach.
Right.
That's what he does. He can coach the quarterbacks, man, and we can recruit. That's his forte.
Okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
times,
No, that's two of the. If you're a great quarterback coach or even a good one, you're going to get quarterbacks to come play for you. And if he's a good
Yes.
recruiter on top of that, so you're talking about some key ingredients. You get a good recruiting coach, staff, and you got a top-notch quarterback.
which is
You know.
why Texas went ahead and spent all this money, and they hired him.
Right.
But
Okay.
they're not going to fire him. But they're probably going to. But Texas has got so much money. They have oodles of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they might just, do it. I mean, you got to remember, Nathan, you're not you're out of the top 25 poll. You're in a prestigious school like Texas. You're a prestigious
For
school
now.
like Penn State.
Yeah,
And
but
now,
Texas, it's not like when we were, teenagers like Javier is now. Texas was in the you remember, Sam, the top 10 teams were the same every year. They just moved, they just switched places.
they moved around.
SC, Texas, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Michigan, Penn State, UCLA was up there. Ohio State. That's about 9. It was maybe one more. It was the
Probably
same,
Notre
not
Dame.
same.
Probably Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think I said Notre Dame, but if
You
not,
said
yeah,
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame was definitely in the top 5 probably. But it
Yeah.
was the same 10 schools every year. They just move around. It was like that for 20 years probably, or even before I could remember. Oklahoma was the other one. Oklahoma, right?
Oh yeah.
And Nebraska, Oklahoma, Nebraska, right? Those were the 10 or 11 schools that were in the top, you know, and they just switched around. And so they could stack talent, but they can't do that anymore. I mean, those schools would have, as you remember, they would have All-Americans, but future All-Americans, not potential, but well, they were potential at the time. But then as soon as they knew that as soon as this guy graduated and you move into a starting slot, you're gonna be All-American because you're the best cornerback or safety or linebacker or quarterback or whatever lineman in the country. And they were stacked. You could have 100 scholarships back then. Okay, 100. Now it's just, that's chopped in past half. I think you could have much fewer than that, right? And so I think that plays into how we people our age, what we expect. Oh, you need to turn it around right away and win now, and keep winning, right? It kind of doesn't work that way anymore, and the NIL throws another wrench into the thing, right? Now, you did make a good point that some guys got old and refused to Dabo Sweeney. I'm not gonna use the NIL. Yeah, okay, if you don't, then you know what, you're probably on the way. Well, like the program is probably on the way down, right? Because you can make it allows you to build a lot faster, right? And build with the known as compared to some high school kid who is not going to play for a year and you don't really know what you're going to get in the end in most cases. But if this guy's been playing and practicing, and you can go spy on them and see them practice and watch games, see them play for 5 or 10 minutes, well, this kid's got potential. He's mad because he's not playing. Well, I'll have him come to my program. It allows you to build a lot faster, but you can build fast and you can lose fast, with the NIL. So I say I don't want to see anybody get fired. I mean, somebody's going to get their ticket punched toward the end of the year. That's inevitable. It happens every year, but it's way too early. And and Pete Carroll, Sam, this guy rolls out of bed winning, man. Come on. Yeah, you like the Raiders. I'll bet you're a Raider fan. That's what's causing you to want to give Carroll the axe so quickly. But
I'm
they
gonna tell you
brought
like this, Nathan. I'm a Niners fan. Our cousin played for the Raiders, so obviously, and he played for the 49ers too. Clem
which
Daniels,
one?
look him up. Clem
Who?
Daniels.
Oh, I,
Clem
I,
Daniels.
I heard of Clem Daniels. Yeah.
Right. So I'm a Raiders fan first and foremost, but I
As
am an
was I
old
when I
time
was a kid.
old time Niners fan too. I like the Niners too, but I just think, okay, we don't fire Pete Carroll, but you got to admit, Gino, give him the hook, man. Give him the hook.
I
Give him
haven't
the
seen him
hook.
play. I haven't seen him play. Even Gino, I'm going to say this without having seen him play this year. You know what? He's a veteran, but it sometimes it takes time to get the understand the gist of the system, right? And also the
You're 1 and
horses.
4.
Yeah.
You're the best tight end in
So
all
so so
football.
so was John Elway.
I don't know.
You know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of Gino, but it's getting close.
Well, let's go back to the Giants coach. Did you get rid of Gable? They lost today too.
I mean, Dable should have been gone.
Who,
Should have been gone last year.
who's Gable? Who's
The
Gable?
coach of the New York Giants.
Yeah, he should have been gone last year.
What kind of talent do they have?
They got talent.
Yeah, they got talent. They have Malik Neighbors and Saquon on the same team when Malik Neighbors last year or the year before,
And then-
yes. And then they
You,
got
you
rid of
trade, yeah,
Saquon.
you trade Saquon, which is probably not the coach's fault, but it's more about the GM's fault too. Well, I say put the GM on the wagon and let him go out of town too.
Facts.
Well, he's not going to fire himself. That have to come from the president of football operations,
Yeah.
who's probably a mouthpiece for the owner.
Yeah. I mean, it's content. I don't know. I think it's content.
What'd you say, Javier?
I think it's contentious. Sorry, my dogs were barking. I think that it's contentious in New York. New York. Yeah, they're gonna have to. They got to do something. I mean,
New York's a basketball and baseball town more than a football town.
oh no, it's all
Right?
about the Giants. It's all about the Giants over there. They love their
Oh,
sports.
they do. But I mean, the Yankees are the Yankees, right?
Yeah, they got blasted.
And I see. Oh yeah, I saw the highlights of that. Man, that was hard to believe. Well, but I mean, fans there get excited. New Yorkers like things to go. They like to win. They like things to go their way. They want what they want. You know. But I see fans get more excited about baseball. That's kind of almost an oxymoron, right? Somebody that many millions of people getting excited about baseball. When I go to school, none of the kids are excited about baseball. None of them. And then basketball, because of the Knicks history, the Knicks. I mean, yeah, and it's a basketball town. All the kids there play basketball on the
That's true.
playground kind of thing.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I got a quick
the
question.
Knicks are coming back, I think. Yes, sir.
They are. How do you feel about Mark Sanchez being arrested last night and stabbed too?
Mark, quarterback.
What a
Quarterback?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez. He was supposed to be on the air today,
Where
but they had someone else fill in for him. He's down in Indianapolis to cover that game, but he got stabbed the other night.
Yeah, they were at a bar or something, I think, right?
Yeah, they were at a bar at
And
12:30 at night.
got into it with a guy. It was a 2-on-1 situation. It was Mark Sanchez and his buddy, I guess, against whatever. I don't know what happened, but the first report is, Mark Sanchez got into an altercation. He got stabbed. And, they put it on the other person as being the aggressor because he stabbed Mark Sanchez. Well, when it comes to turn around, the aggressor was the other way. So,
Yeah, he's done as far as announcing
he
goes.
got poked, huh?
yeah, he got poked.
You think he's done, Sam?
Yeah, he's done.
I do
They're not-
too.
yeah,
Unless, well, see, Big Poppy got stabbed, or did he get shot?
Well,
I think
no,
Big Poppy got stabbed.
big situation was different with Big Poppy.
No, we don't know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you what I know for a fact. Big Poppy didn't. With different situation. Now, with Mark Sanchez, we don't know all the facts about it because it might have been.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody might have
saying.
said something wrong thing to him or something like that. Who knows? We don't know. But I would think that these TV people are going to like.
That's right.
Yeah, they're the ones that are going to have to say so. Really,
They're the ones that are going to have to say so. Unless you're Charles Barkley, whose image is bad boy. Barkley threw a dude out of the window.
Sure did.
And the judge asked him, are you sorry? Is there anything that you're sorry about, Mr. Barkley? He said, yeah, I'm sorry. We were on the first floor. He really said it. He can say that kind of thing. That's not gonna buy you brownie points with the judge, right?
No.
Maybe not even a jury, unless they like you because you're a celebrity. But in the TV world, entertainment world, anything that's gonna bring some negativity, cost some advertising dollars.
Right. Absolutely.
That's
why I
it.
say I think Mark Sanchez is pretty much done as far as the announcing goes. I don't know if the charges. They say they're misdemeanors. Both of them are misdemeanors, but we don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's, even though it's a misdemeanor, because it involved a weapon, stabbing, and he's the one that got stabbed, right?
Yeah, he's the victim of the stabbing, but he was.
So they could.
He was an
Okay.
aggressor in the altercation.
Okay. They could spin it and just kind of not use that word aggressor and say, the results of an unfortunate incident with wonderful Mark Sanchez. I mean, he was always an LA good looking dude, right?
Yep.
And if they want to save him, they could spin it and highlight the fact that, you know, our wonderful announcer, not only is he a great announcer, commentator, whatever he does, but he's tough. You know, some guy, some deranged son of a gun poked him with a knife and he came out, he walked away from it, sort of thing,
See, I don't
if they
think
want to
that.
keep him.
See, I don't think that's going to happen with him. You got to remember. Look at Mark Sanchez is brown.
Facts. My thing is,
So is OJ.
we're talking about needing to spend something that he got into an altercation that everybody gets into. That whatever happened. My thing is that you know what? If you want to fire him, fire him. I know public perception right now. Keep him off the air for a little bit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Suspend
That's
them.
right. Yep. Good
You know,
call.
it's just
Good
funny
call.
that we have to talk about the way we want to spin it. And I'm not saying you specifically, but those words kind
Sure.
of ring where it's like, yo, we need to spin it this way because the public won't understand why we kept him. We need to spin it this way.
Right.
Like, dude, he got in trouble. So what? Like, so what? That like we put so much into these guys.
It's imagery. Yeah.
Like, okay, he got in trouble. Like Frank Gifford, I mean, he's not perfect. I mean,
Man.
and
Yeah.
I like Frank Gifford. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything bad, but
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like
Right.
some of these guys are not perfect, and I don't put them up on a pedestal.
That chick played him, man. I felt kind of bad. He was an old man by that point. He must have been 70 years old. But
Hey,
right. Okay. Sorry. My apologies, Sam. My apologies.
I got America. I have a birthday coming up Wednesday. I'll
Happy
be 71
birthday.
on Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Big Sam.
Right,
Happy
I'll be
birthday.
71 on Wednesday, man.
I have all the birthdays marked. I usually wait until the day and surprise people, but you beat me to it. So
Surprise.
well done. Yep.
Well, you were saying something about the 71-year-old Frank.
Surprise.
No, I mean Frank Gifford was old. I mean, it was obvious. Yeah, he's a celebrity, but people don't come up to you like that. Like it was in a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
And she came up and she took him by the arm and said, "Hey, come to my room." I don't know what was said exactly. You didn't hear him, but he was surprised. And he was kind of like, well, "Oh, okay," kind of thing, right? So I guess they went up to the room and did the do, and it was recorded, which should have been illegal. That's kind of illegal,
Yeah.
And it was done, in my opinion, to embarrass Kathy Lee. Somebody didn't like her. I don't think Regis liked Kathy Lee all that much. He would correct her all the time and say, "You're getting on my nerves," right? Because they wanted to embarrass her, out of that Miss Sweet Polly Purebred kind of imagery or whatever, which I thought was mean. You're gonna, have sex with somebody's husband, and I don't know that he really wanted to, but sometimes a guy feels like, oh damn,
Is that easy?
well, yeah, that too. But I might not.
Well,
Am I losing my
I,
manhood?
I'm going to say this, Nathan. I have been the cheater and a cheatee. I've been on both ends of the spectrum.
Right.
I'm no saint. So
What? Can we take you off the air then? No, I'm just joking.
no, it's my podcast show, man.
Hey man, I could cut this thing off anytime I want to, man. Don't play with me. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Wow.
I'm saying my name is Bennett.
I ain't in it.
But having said that, what I'm saying is that it's just men, they want to do it. They always want to do it. There's no basically you cannot escape that situation. You can and you should, but I'd say 9 out of 10 people, and I'm probably that 1/9 it's probably the one, not the 10. A long time ago, I would have done it.
Oh
I
yeah.
would have done it.
Okay, I see. Right.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's what I'm getting at. Looking at.
Still not believing.
I would have knocked it down too. Not gonna lie, I'd have knocked it down too.
But
You know,
now, 30 years later, I would not do that.
I
So
almost
no,
believe you, Sam, because I was very much in doubt. You said, if a 40-year-old came to me, and wagged her tail and put it out there. No, no way. Not even that cheap. Like you wouldn't go out with her, like on a serious basis
no,
kind of thing.
I wouldn't because I guess I've learned my lesson through the years,
Uh-huh.
and so that's the reason why I can make this comment. It's just like,
I
um,
have one comment. Scarlett Johansson's 40.
How about Jessica Alba? Is she 40?
Oh, Jessica Alba's. Lord have mercy.
Hey, that's another.
Yeah,
That's another.
yep.
Ooh.
Checkmate. You win, Javier. You win.
Hey,
Checkmate.
and she like regular dudes.
Yeah. Although she
She
dated
married somebody
Javier
else, but
Bardem.
but
Yeah. Right.
she would rather
Yeah.
be with a regular person. I would say. I was like, man, hold on. You go
Oh
to the
yeah.
beach.
She was married to Cash Warren. I think they filed for divorce. Everybody files for divorce, in
Tripping.
Hollywood, like
Tripping.
everywhere else, But yeah,
Tripping. Like what? Like you go to the beach by yourself and nobody wants to talk to you, man. Hold on. You said I had a chance? Girl,
Lord have mercy.
I'm throwing all
Well,
the
you got to
game
get
at
past.
you.
You got to get past security. I'm sure,
She was
But
by herself.
really,
Yeah, she's
oh, you saw that on online or something.
Yeah, she used to go to the beach by herself. I mean, LA, man, you go to the beach anywhere, so you see stars everywhere. It's regular.
That's true.
Like, oh,
Good
there
call.
goes such and such, just walking down the street.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's LA, New York, Atlanta to some degree.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
You want to get some baseball in, before we head up out of here?
Yankees got beat again by Toronto. They lost 13-7 to Toronto over the Yankees. The Yankees are done. They'll go back to New York now. Might win a game or two, but I think the Yankees are done. And you're right. They're not gonna fire Aaron Boone because Brian Cashman's the GM, right?
Right, that's the homie.
Aaron Boone's his boy.
Well, let me tell you. Let me say this: it was 11-0 at one point. So it was 11-0 at one point.
Yep, I think it was 12-0.
Yeah.
At one point.
So
yeah,
they got some heart to it. It's not like I think they're just bad.
Well, how do you give up 12 runs in the first half of the game? That's pitching.
Yeah,
that's pitching.
That's
They came back and scored. Yeah, Yeah, that. I mean, I wouldn't even. That's not even a bad day.
They got 6 in the fourth. They got 6 runs in the fourth, and then they got 1 in the fifth. So now you're down, 12-0, right? Go in the fifth inning, go into the sixth, and then you get 1. They get 1, right? And then you score. You know what I'm saying? Then you get 5 in the seventh, right? So if you take that fourth inning away, you're right there.
Yeah. I had a kid working for me. I had a lot of kids, a lot of guys, a lot of New Yorkers join the military, going to the Air Force kind of thing, probably other branches as well. And we were still pals. And he grew up in, he was humble, but I went with my buddy from the city, driving up to Cooperstown, and drove through not Teaneck, that's New Jersey, but something Neck, New York, right? Man, what a boy, man, spectacular. I mean, this was an elite kind of place, But anyway, he's a big Yankees fan, and I was gonna, write him a, hey man, your Yanks aren't done yet. I think they'll come back, and just kind of, cheer him up. I didn't know who was going to win today. I had no idea, but no, I think it'd be cruel to send him any sort of message at all that included the word Yankees.
Yeah.
Although I would say for the here and the now that I think the series isn't over. It's a best of 5. Toronto might have some lame pitchers too, right?
Yeah.
And they're going back to New York. They're going to be berserk back there at Yankee Stadium. They're going to be crazy. and there won't be an empty seat. And if they win that game, the next game, I guess day after tomorrow, yeah, you know what? I'd say that it's well, it's not 50-50, but it's like they seize momentum, and then you look at what it would take is to win 2 games in a row. Now, I don't care who wins between New York. I like both cities. It doesn't matter to me what team wins, but I think that I could see a possibility of the Yanks kind of getting back into this thing.
Right. Right. What do you think about
Yeah, I
the
don't see it. I don't see it. And I'll tell you something else.
is it because of
You
pitching?
know, pitching for one, I just don't see it. It's not like the Yankees got an ace, they don't have an ace really anymore.
But what about the ex-Giant, Rodon? Has he pitched yet?
I'm not sure.
No, not yet.
Carlos Rodon.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
See,
not
he
sure.
is an ace. He's good. He's tough.
Yeah. What do you think about
And,
Milwaukee? What do you think about Milwaukee?
Yeah, don't count Milwaukee out either.
Yeah.
They're
So what's the
another
score? What is it there? 1-1 or what?
1-0 right now. They beat the
1-0.
they beat the Cubs.
Milwaukee.
Yeah,
And the Cubs is a good
they
team
beat
though
them.
too. So
Yeah, Cubs
Right.
a good team,
yeah.
but Milwaukee's just a better team.
Yeah. I watched them play. I was like
Milwaukee's on a roll, man.
I watched them play and I was like, well, I had my eyes open because you don't see them until playoff time.
Right.
So
Right.
you don't see these
Right.
games until playoffs. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't really,
Churio, Jackson Churio limped off, but it wasn't even a limp. I mean, he was running to first base and just he didn't grab his hamstring, but they said he left with a hamstring injury.
got you.
And they said he was the player of the game. He had 3 or 4 hits. Apparently, one of their best players.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could tighten up on you at the end of this. You could do something that could tighten up on you. So
Right.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, that's one. Of
On
those.
one more note, the Las Vegas Aces, they're up 2-0 over the Phoenix Mercury.
Oh yeah,
That series is done too.
yeah,
What is it? Best of 5?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
And
Las Vegas and Phoenix. That's not Caitlin's team.
Nah,
No.
He
Los
plays in
Vegas.
Indiana or something.
Yeah,
Vegas, yeah.
Indiana.
yeah. Vegas is a. I mean, they got the best coach out there. Got Becky Hammond. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's the best coach, and former player. But I mean, yeah, she understands. I think she understands the culture. She understands how you want to play. She embodies what women's basketball should look like, as a team. And I think that the way that their team plays, because they're you got Asia. You're unselfish though. You know what I'm saying? You're very unselfish.
Yeah, they had young lady by the last name Young. She had 32. Asia Wilson had a double-double. I think 28, 14.
Yeah, crazy numbers. Crazy.
Yeah,
numbers.
great numbers,
Crazy numbers.
So,
Hmm.
so anyway, we're going to go now. I want to thank everyone for watching this podcast. Please subscribe. Join this podcast. It's live every Sunday. We're on, and you just subscribe. And I also want to let you know that Big Sam and Nephews is sponsored by My Guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue here in wonderful Fresno, California, where they're the makers of the award-winning Checkmate sandwich, the Texas-style short rib sandwich. That's one of their main sandwiches. I like to order the classic. That's what classic and surprise usually what I order. But anyway, Floyd Sanchez is the owner of My Guy Market. And also I want to give a big shout out to Eddie, the cook down there at My Guy Market too. These guys are cool dudes, man. Cool dudes. So if you ever go in there and say hi to them, say hi to Eddie for sure. I don't know if the boss will be in, but anyway, that's one of my sponsors. The other sponsor I've got is it's a Fresno Social Sports, where the adults come to play and connect, and they have fun, and they are building the community one game at a time. And you can go to FresnoSocialSports.com for more information about that. Right now they've got kickball going on, and there's a park down right here in the midtown section of Fresno. There's a park there, and they have kickball going on right now. But they have other sports. They got paddleball, I'm saying it wrong. Sport. Is it paddleball? Pickleball. I can never. I don't know why I get paddleball and pickleball mixed up. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
because I don't
what
play.
do you what do you put on your classic sandwich?
Oh man, they got this. They got lettuce, tomato. They got this wonderful sauce and cheese, of course, on a bun.
That's
Not in,
it.
yeah, and but it's not. It's like a Subway sandwich bun.
With,
Yeah.
with no, they don't put pickles on it, huh?
They can. I just don't want any pickles. I'm not a big
Okay,
pickle fan
that's why you
anymore.
can't. That's why you can't remember pickleball. I love pickles. That's why
There
you
you
can't.
go.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's probably because I don't like pickles anymore.
Right.
Sorry, America. Just saying.
You know what? My cousin lives in Fresno. Him and his wife, I think, a suburb of Fresno.
He lives in
Christopher.
Clovis. You said Clovis. Is Clovis?
Oh,
Is where he lives?
Frankie must have said Clovis. I don't know. I didn't know it was Clovis or. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I think he said Clovis, right?
Okay, right. So I'm going to tell my cousin who has a son named Sean, and Chris told me that my little cousin Sean, well, I mean, he's probably 22 years old or something, but he said that dude, he's like a horse, you know. So I bet he'd probably go get a checkmate and what's your sandwich, Sam?
Classic.
Classic. He'd get a classic and a checkmate and probably take care of him in about an hour. So I'm going to tell him about it and see if he'll, wants to check it out and go there. One of our sponsors. I'll also tell him about Fresno Social Sports.
Right. And that is owned by my good friend Eric DeYoung. I want to give him a shout out also. I'm blessed to have two sponsors, two cool guys, man. So
Awesome.
Anyway, we're going to go now. We're going to be back next Sunday, again, for my Big Sam and Nephews. We'll be back on again next Sunday. Talk some more sports. And, okay, I'm a cooler with the getting fired coaches. Well, some of the coaches got to get, I'm sorry. Some of these coaches got it.
By the end of the year, I mean, they will toward season's end, but, yeah. How do you really fix that overnight? And who knows what happens mid-season or 3/4 of the way through the season,
Right, they could pick it up and go on winning streak.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Right.
But anyway, thank you, everybody. God bless everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yep. Later. Oh, I need music. Shoot, hold on.
Let me stick around and hear the music.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to put on any. Let's see.
Okay. All right. All right, guys.